A very good morning, students. This is your EVS class. We are just continuing from the last class. What you have learnt in last class? It is about plant life. It was lesson number 1 in science. In EVS, there are again 2 parts. I have told you all, science and social. In science part, lesson number 1, we are learning. Last class, we have completed half of the lesson and remaining half we are just continuing in this class. Okay, what we have learned in the last class, can you all recall? First, take out your textbook. It is page number 186. Page number 186. Take out your textbook, sit with your textbook and rough notebook also. Yes, no? Last class you have copied 2 to 3 points in the rough notebook. The same rough note, that is the bridge course what you are writing in that book, right? In that book you take your pen or pencil, sit, hold your mobile, take your textbook, okay? Keep mobile there or else in one hand you hold that and keep your textbook near you. When I am explaining, you can see, means not when I am explaining, when I am reading. When I am reading any points, you can see with your textbook and you can listen, or else just keep a textbook there. First listen to me, afterwards you can glance from that. Okay. Now see what we have learned in the last class about photosynthesis. We have learned photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means what? Photo means light. Synthesis means putting together. Putting together with the help of light. Here what is light? It is sunlight. Light is nothing but sunlight. With the help of sunlight, it is preparing food by putting all the things together. What things it is putting together here? It is carbon dioxide. It is air. Carbon dioxide is nothing but air, water, and with water again it is collecting minerals also. This water and minerals it is collecting from soil. It is absorbing from the soil from the help of roots. This water and minerals are absorbed by the roots from the soil. Yes, no? And this carbon dioxide it is getting through air. It is getting through air. It is carbon dioxide, water and minerals. It is putting all these things together and with the help of sunlight. This sunlight is trapped through the chlorophyll, the green substance present in the leaves. It is chlorophyll. It is trapped the sunlight. Chlorophyll is trapping the sunlight. From this help of sunlight, putting all these things together, the plants are preparing their own food. And that food is called as sugar. The food, the plant's food, the food which the plants are preparing by all these ingredients, by all these things, that is carbon dioxide, water, minerals, sunlight. From all these things it is preparing its own food. That food is called as sugar. And with this sugar it is releasing out the oxygen. It is giving out the fresh air to the human beings. It is oxygen. Yes, no? Till here we have learned. Now what is the next part? See, oxygen that is formed during the process is sent out through the stomata in the leaves. Yes, the stomata, I have told you all. The plants breathe in and breathe out through the stomata. The plants breathe in and breathe out with the help of stomata. Stomata are the tiny openings. Stomata are the tiny openings. Tiny openings, underside the leaves, underside, that is the back side of the leaves, there are small tiny openings. Okay, from that openings, it is called as stomata. From that stomata, the leaves are breathing the carbon dioxide and leaving out, releasing out the oxygen. That oxygen is the fresh air which we get. That oxygen we are breathing. Okay. See, oxygen that is formed during the photosynthesis is sent out through the stomata in the leaves. The oxygen which is formed, the oxygen is also formed in the process of photosynthesis. While preparing its food, the oxygen is also formed. That oxygen, it is sent out of the plants, sent out of the plants, sent out of the leaves through the help of stomata. It is breathing in the carbon dioxide and breathing out the oxygen with the help of stomata. Okay. That is one of the reason why the air feels so clean and pure when there are plants around. Yes, no, I told you all that is the reason why we get fresh air near the plants. If you go near the plants, if you stand roadside, means the vehicle, all the vehicles will be there. You can see the difference. When you're standing near the vehicles, like when you're standing near the roadside, means all the vehicles, pollution, that, this and all, it will be there. The same thing, if you go and stand near a plant, how you will feel? You will feel somewhat of fresh air. You will feel something fresh. Right? That is why, because the plants are giving out fresh air to us, that is oxygen. They fill the air with all the oxygen you need to breathe. Yes, the plants fill the air. The plants fill the air. If there are more plants, means more oxygen to us. Then it will be more fresh air. Then no one will fall sick. But nowadays what we are doing? We are cutting the plants. We are not leaving the plants to grow. So only we are not getting oxygen. Everywhere the air is filled with chemicals, gas, everything. So only by breathing that harmful chemical air only we are falling sick. Okay. Now, let's know what happens after photosynthesis takes place. Okay. Photosynthesis has taken place. The food, it is prepared by the plants. It is called as sugar. That food, it is sent to all the parts of the plant, like stem, leaves, everywhere it is sent. Yes, now after this, what it is happening? See, now once the food is ready, what does your mother do? What she'll do once the food is ready? She'll call you all and she'll serve you all, right? She'll call, she'll give you plates or bowls, everything, and she'll serve you all. Yes, no, she'll serve you all equally. She serves you the meal. Once the food is ready, what your mother do? She serves you the meal. The same way, the food prepared in the leaves is sent to all the parts of the plant. The food prepared in the leaves. The food is prepared in the leaves. That food is sent to all the parts of the plant. The food which it is prepared in the leaves, it is sent to all the parts of the plant. This gives the plant energy for all its activities. This gives the plant energy. This gives the plant energy for all its activities. When we have proper food, we'll get energy, right? The same way the plants also need energy to grow. The energy, where it will come? It will come from food itself, and also helps it to grow. And this food also helps it to grow. We are also growing, right? We are having proper food and we are growing. When you are not having proper food, will you grow? No. Day by day, when you are born, you are very small child. After that, you are growing. Why? Because you are having a proper food, right? You're having your mother, your mama is preparing a good food to you all, and she is giving you good food, right? That good food you are taking and you are growing day by day, day by day, day by day, you are growing. Before you were a small kid and you started your school, LKG, UKG, and now you are in 4th standard. After few years, you're in higher classes, right? You are growing. Because why? We are having proper food. The same way the plants are also growing. The plants will also grow. How? Through the proper food. But there's still some extra food left in the plant. But then also there is some food left in the plant. So there is some food, extra food. You will also have extra food, right? What your mama will do, she'll just store in the fridge and next day she'll give you all. She'll just heat it up and she'll give you all. The plants, what it will do? It can take for next day? No. How much it requires? It take the food and remaining food, what it is happening? It will take only the required food it needs. The stem, how much it needs. The leaves, how much it needs. Flowers, fruits, vegetables, all the parts of the plant. How much food it requires? Only that much it will collect, it will take, and remaining, the extra food, what it is happening? See, when there is extra food, you will store in fridge, right? And now that the same way, the extra food where it is stored in our house means we'll store in the fridge. For the plants, is there any fridge for it? No. Then where it will store? It will store its food in the form of starch. Okay, it will store its food in roots, stems, leaves, fruits and seeds in the form of starch. See, it stores the extra food in roots, leaves, stems, fruits, seeds, in the form of starch. Starch, the leftover food, how you will store in the fridge. Likewise, the extra food, the leftover food. After taking the food from all the parts of the plants, the food will be remaining. That extra remaining food, it is stored in all these parts of the plants, roots, leaves, stems, fruits, seeds, in the form of starch, the leftover food. It is called as starch. See, what are these roots, leaves, these food which it is stored, what it is? See, it is in the form of roots, means it is like carrot. Right? We'll eat carrot, right? And stem part, it is potatoes. Stem part. Leaves, it is spinach. Leaves, right? You'll have leaves. Yes, no? You'll have leaves. And fruits. Anything it may be, fruits, apple, mango, banana, everything, all the fruits in the form of fruits, it is storing its food. And seeds, what it is? Like grains, cereals, pulses, yes, no, all these things, it is in the form of seeds. And these are the forms of food. These things, who are having all these things? We humans, we are having this. See, this is a plant food. It is prepared by plants itself. Plants, it is not only giving the oxygen to us, it's not only giving oxygen, it's not only giving fresh air to us, it's giving its food also to us. It's giving its food to us in the form of fruits, seeds, stems, leaves, roots, everything, all the parts of plants we are having, right? All the parts of plants we are having. Not only giving fresh air, it is giving us in the form of food also. This is the extra food stored in the plants, the extra food. Once it is prepared, the food, once the food is prepared, it is sent to the all the parts of the plants. It is sent, the food is sent to the all the parts of the plant through the help of stem. It is sent to the all the parts of plants, and after taking the proper food, the leftover food, it is stored in this forms. It is stored in these forms in the form of starch. Okay, it is stored in this all the parts of plants. In some plants it is stored in roots, in some plants in flowers, in some plants like stem, in some plants seeds, some plants flowers. Likewise, it is stored in different kinds of parts of the plant. That leftover food is called as starch. And this food, we are having it, right? The food now what we are having, not only the green plants, not only the spinach, the fruits what we have, it is also coming from tree itself. The fruits, whichever fruit you have, apple or is like banana or mango or anything, whatever fruits you have, it is grapes, right? Pomegranate, whichever fruit you take, it is we are getting from plant itself. Vegetable, whatever vegetable you take, carrot, potato, radish, beetroot, brinjal, cucumber, whichever fruit, whichever vegetable, pumpkin, whichever it is, we are getting from plants itself. And grains also, the rice, the main thing, rice, where we are getting, the rice is also we are getting from the green plants itself. The dal is also we are getting from green plants itself. Everything, it is all the food prepared by the plants itself, the leftover food prepared by the plants. Okay, how much we give more water, absorbing more sunlight, it prepares more food, and that food is prepared in this form, in this parts of the plant. Each plant, not all the plants, in all the parts of the plant it will not store. Each kind of plant store in different kinds of parts. Okay, these are the food, the leftover food, how it stores. Okay, till here we have learned. And there is an activity, see, you can do, here's an activity to show that sunlight is needed for photosynthesis. See, take two potted plants, take two potted plants, take two plants which it has been planted in a pot. Keep one potted plant in the sunlight for a day. One pot of the plant, you just keep it in the sunlight for a day. And another plant, you just keep it in a dark place where the sunlight is not allowed there, where there is no sunlight. In that place, you have to keep one plant in sunlight and one plant in dark place. Okay. Take a leaf from each of the plants and boil them in water separately. Take a leaf. For one day you have to keep that. For one full day, one plant in sunlight and one plant in dark side. You have to keep. And next day morning, you just pluck one leaf from that and boil it separately. Boil it separately. The plant which is in dark side and the plant which is in sunlight, the two leaves you take and boil it. Then boil them in alcohol. Wash the leaves in cold water and put them in separate dishes. Wash the leaves in cold water. After boiling, you have to wash that leaves in cold water and you have to put them in a separate dishes. Add few drops of iodine to the leaves. You have to add few drops of iodine. It is salt. You have to add few drops of iodine to the leaves. The leaf from the plant kept in sunlight turns bluish black. The leaf which is kept under sunlight, it will turn to bluish black. The another leaf, it will don't show any changes. How it is there? It will be like that only. It won't show any change. Okay. Just do this. Try this and see what they have given. You can just do it as an activity. Okay, today itself you try. You'll be having plans, right? Take that plans. One activity you do. You can see. And next, again they have given one activity. And see, if when you are doing that activity, you can come to know that about the chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. The chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Chlorophyll, and that chlorophyll, from the chlorophyll, the sunlight is taken. The sunlight is trapped from the chlorophyll. Okay. When it is dark side means the chlorophyll, it can't take the sunlight. When it is in sunlight means the chlorophyll can take the sunlight. Okay. They take two leaves, one green and the other yellow or red, boil them in water, then boil them in spirit and wash them with cold water. You have to take two leaves, one is green color and one is yellow or red color. You have to boil them and you have to wash it with a cold water. Now add a few drops of iodine. You should add a few drops of iodine to it. You observe that the green leaf turns bluish black, but the other leaf does not show any change. The green leaf turns to bluish black, other leaf does not show any change, because in other leaf, I told you already why the plants are green color. It is because of chlorophyll. If it is yellow color or red color or brown color means there will be no chlorophyll. If there is no chlorophyll, no changes. If there is chlorophyll only, we can see the changes. Okay. And now another also it has given activity. Slice a potato into two. Put a few drops of iodine solution onto the cut part of the potato. You see that it turns bluish black. This is because the presence of starch in the potato. This is because, see why it is happening. If you cut the potato into two pieces and you have to put few drops of iodine onto the cut part of the potato. If you put iodine, it will change the color into bluish black. Because why? Because it is the food prepared by the plant. It is the food prepared by the plant. It is the starch. Yes, no. With the help of chlorophyll, sunlight, water, minerals, everything, it is prepared. It is the plant's food. It is a starch. So it will turn into bluish black. Okay. See now, during photosynthesis, the plants trap the sun's energy. This energy is passed on to human beings and animals when they eat the plants. Is during photosynthesis, the sun's energy, the sunlight is trapped from the sun. The sun's energy is trapped to the plants, and that plants, it is preparing the food, and indirectly that sun's energy we are also getting. The sun's energy indirectly it is passed to the animals and humans also with the form of these foods. Okay, so energy flows from the sun to plants and then to animals and human beings. So the sun's energy flows from the sun to the plants and to humans and animals also. And there are some plants which the plants do not prepare their food because no chlorophyll in that. In some plants there will be little bit chlorophyll. In some plants no chlorophyll at all. We'll learn about that. See, parasites, the plants, it is parasites. See, there are some plants, that is parasites. Parasites, see, which depend on other plants for their food. These parasites depend on other plants for their food. They are called parasites. There are some plants which depend for their food on other plants. They are called as parasites. Let us know about some of them. The dodder does not have any chlorophyll. The dodder plant. In your textbook, they have given, you can see dodder plant and mistletoe. These are the two plants. Okay, you can see these two plants. The dodder does not have any chlorophyll. The dodder plant, it does not have any chlorophyll. So it cannot make its food. Chlorophyll, if there is no chlorophyll, means no food. No, it can't prepare any food. It grows on other plants and gets its food. It grows on other plants and get its foods. The other plant's food it will take. It is a total parasite. It totally depends on other plants. So it is called as total parasite. Dodder. The mistletoe, however, has chlorophyll, but it makes only some of its food and depends on other plants for water and nutrients. It has chlorophyll, it has a little chlorophyll, and it prepares only a little food because the less chlorophyll it is having. So it prepares the less food, and remaining like water, nutrients, everything, it depends on other plants. It is called as partial parasites. The parasites, that is the plants which depend totally on other plants for their food, is total parasites. The plants which depend partially, little bit on other plants for water and nutrients is called as partial parasites. And there are some of the plants like insectivorous plants. See, these plants, it feed on insects. These plants will feed on insects. It is strange but true. It is very strange. Yes, no, you may think, isn't it? It will eat the insects. You may think the plants will eat the insects. Yes, no, you may think it is strange only, but it is true. Such plants are called insectivorous plants. Such plants are called as insectivorous plants. They have chlorophyll in their leaves, so they can also make their food. It has chlorophyll also, it can make their own food also, and then too it will depend on other insects. It eats some insects which pass on through that plant. If any insect go and sit on that plant, means it will just catch it and it will eat it up. The world of plants is indeed fascinating. The world of plants, it is fascinating. The more kinds of plants we can see, not only normal plants, the more kind of plants, see like this, parasites, total parasites, partial parasites, insectivorous, all kinds of plants we can see in this world. And when you are going to next class, higher classes, you will be learning little more about all this. Okay, now this was about your photosynthesis, that is the plants make their own food. How the plants make their own food. You have learned about how the plants make their own food, right? You have learned that. And what are the things it needs? It is carbon dioxide, water, minerals. With the help of sunlight, it prepares the food, and that food is called as sugar, and the extra food is stored in the parts of the plants in the form of starch. Yes, no? Carbon dioxide, it is getting from air. It is breathing the carbon dioxide from the small tiny openings, the underside of the leaves. It is called stomata. Water and minerals, it is getting from the roots, from the soil. It is, the roots are absorbing from the soil, the water and minerals. And the sunlight, how it is getting? From the chlorophyll, the green substance present in the leaves. It is chlorophyll. This chlorophyll traps the sunlight. Through the help of sunlight, the air, carbon dioxide from the soil, water and minerals. Putting all this together, it is preparing its food. That food is called as sugar. And that food, after it prepares, it is sent to the all the parts of the plants. And after that, the extra food is stored in different types or parts of the plants in the form of starch. And that parts of the plants we are having like a food. Okay. This what we have learned in this class. And the parasites, the plants which depend on other plants. There are some plants which totally depend. There are some plants which partially depend. Okay. And there are some kinds of plants like insectivorous plants. We have learned all this in this class. And there is some exercise. Try to solve it. The question answer part will be sending through PDF. You can copy down. Only little bit is there. 5 to 10 keywords and 5 question answers. Okay, each chapter when I complete, check your PDF. If it has come means just sit and complete that day itself. And EVS, you have to keep 200 pages book. Okay, 200 pages book for your EVS classwork. 200 pages. For SEM 1 and SEM 2, you will be continuing. Okay, in last year and all, you were just using another book. For SEM 1, one separate book, SEM 2 separate book. Here, no need. SEM 1, SEM 2, all you will be continuing in the same book. And homework, you can keep 100 pages. Homework 100 pages, one book. Okay, and in this classwork, when I am teaching, I am telling EVS, it is science and social, right? When I am teaching, I'll tell this. But when I am giving the notes in the classwork, this totally I'll include all the lessons. I'll not tell science lesson number 1, social lesson number 1. I'll not tell like that, including all the lessons. I'll give lesson number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll not do any partiality in this. Okay, science and social, I'll not tell anything. How I give the class work, how I send the PDF, the same way you should write. But you should not write, you should not use red pen. No red pen. Only blue gel pen. Tell your parents also. And parents also, please give them blue gel pen and see they'll write with the blue gel pen itself. No dot pen, no black pen, no red pen also. They should not use red pen also. Only the blue color gel pen. And pencil only to draw the lines, I told. Only to draw the lines, the pencil. Understood? This is the 4th standard and this is the first year. You're starting with your pen. You have to write with your blue gel pen only. From the first class I am telling you have to write with blue gel pen. Now also I am telling, because I have completed my lesson part, 1 lesson, you will be getting the PDF. So again, don't get confused. Don't use your pencil. No red pen. No red pen. In the classwork, I have used red pen, but you should not use red pen. Okay. Use your blue color gel pen and you have to write the classwork. Okay. 200 pages book for the classwork, 100 pages book for the homework. English and EVS, how you are writing in the general homework, you can keep 1 book. General homework book, English and EVS, the 2 subjects you can write in one book. Okay, thank you students.